Welcome to another episode of Culture Spotlight. Vandaag, I'm chilling with Pitori, Mr. Sgandi himself,
Shout out.
Mr. Leadership, Mr. Black Labone, Mr. Pitori Rap, Mr. Lefese, Kamang Kuku Gedes. How you doing, my brother?
You're not.
Are you
How do you
good?
go by Mondli or KRB?
When I'm on the podcast, let me tell you. When I'm on the podcast, I'm Mondli. So address me as Mondli.
Clean.
But then when you find me rapping, just know it's KRB.
One time.
Yeah, if you find me rapping at the corner, but then it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a
long
minute
time.
since I saw you, my dog.
Yeah, I mean, we met like 8 years ago.
Met 8 years ago, but then I'll see you here and there, like we meet here in town.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, ever since from day one is like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
It's been that
2014.
long. 2014.
Yeah, it's like,
Fiki. Akajo.
that's how you came in. Even I remember like the first day you came in, positioning like scruffy nigga, looking hella tired, dust on the shoes.
Always.
I'm like, what's this name? And then goes on the mic, like the face, skinny Jimmy the best, come on, Kunku the best. I'm like, fuck this shit.
That was fire.
I'm like, fuck this shit. What's happening right now?
Hey man, it's so crazy. I think I have to release that song, Peter.
Awesome believe that. That's
Hey
all.
man, that was fire. I mean, for not just love rap, and I mean, verse one is the reason I met with you guys. Kopi Kira.
Yeah.
The first time it was a verse one mixtape launch. I think it was off the
Oh
hook.
yeah. Off the hook, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, everybody had the same energy around me, because J.cole literally put me after I said
Yeah.
everybody's sweating. Everybody's sweating. It's like, yo, everybody's just like, yo, like, let's get a refill. Then all the way from Sgandi Pitori. Yeah, but for me, I'm about that. I'm about like Sgandi, the place, its development via youth, and helping little kids, trying to help little kids get better opportunities than we did ourselves.
Yeah.
And I felt that the best platform I could use would be like my music.
Would be your music. So, okay, let's start Pitori from jump.
Yeah.
Like, are you born and raised in Sgandi?
No, I was not born in Sgandi, but I was conceived in Sgandi.
How do you know when you were conceived?
No, I know. I mean, I'm an inquisitive kid. I ask questions.
Yeah.
So initially my mom and my dad were not necessarily married, you know.
No, yeah.
So my mom used to come Winterfeld and go back home.
Yeah.
Her home, which is Botshabelo. So I was born in Botshabelo, township called Botshabelo, Block B Clinic, 1991, 29 May.
Yeah.
And a few months after that, within the same year, we came back this side to Winterfeld with my mom and Swara. So yeah, I was not born here, but my entire culture, because crèche gets in here, so
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like the first few years of my life, I spent here, you know, and this is the place where I spent most of the time. Like, I mean, in the Free State, I stayed there 6 years.
Yeah.
Right? And it was 6 years after I'd come back. So it was like breaks in between. I'd stay in one place for some time, come back to Winterfeld, another place sometime, come back.
So would you say like Free State primary when Free State?
Yeah, but that's grade 3 to 6.
Oh, so actually you left from grade 3.
Yeah, I went back to the Free State for grade 3 after completing my second grade, 98, and then 99 until 2004.
Yeah.
I was go Botshabelo, and then I came back this side.
So okay, let me get this right. Botshabelo, it's your mom's side.
Yeah, my maternal family side. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maternal.
Win the city, man.
We keep it maternal or paternal. And then Sgandi will be your paternal side.
It's my parents' home. My paternal, he go about one in the in the northwest.
So
that side I spent, I would say maybe 4 years of all of my life. When I was doing grade 7,
yeah,
not grade 7, grade 9. Grade 9 I did it that side. Grade 1 and 2 I did it that side. And a year when I was 3 years old I was that side as well. So it was my maternal side, northwest culture, and then my maternal Free State culture, and then whole Winterfeld.
Yeah, it sounds like a whole lot of jobs, but then cool. This is your family structure. Where in the family structure do you fit in? Like, Lika, go ahead.
Reforge. I have like 2 older sisters and a younger sister. That's it. That's just the 4 of us.
What happened? 50 minutes, So cool. You have like you're the middle child.
Yeah. As far as coming out of my as far as conception is concerned, I'm the middle child.
What do you mean? Okay, as far as whatever else.
Because I mean it's twins before me.
Oh.
So I'm in the middle in that sense, and I'm the only guy. I'm the only kid. I'm the only boy child.
You're the only boy child. And how's that growing up, like in a female energy house?
I mean, honestly, I don't know any other background, right? I don't know any other way of being raised. Like that's how I was raised is the only way
you know, and it's like
but honestly, because of I was bullied a little bit in the Free States when I went back there 1999 for when I was doing my grade 3. So I guess I would say maybe having another male sibling, whether younger or older, would have been a little bit better because of Nergas, Kafula, Bila, and Talanya. But outside that, nah. Like I think it did more for me than it did less for me. Growing up in a feminine environment, it made me more aware of my emotions, how I feel about things, and how I want things to transpire, and how to convince people without being physical with them about my point of view.
So where do we go from being bullied and then to becoming this larger than life persona that you have built now? From being a kid who was bullied and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been larger than life. That's the funniest thing, right, Sporim? It was so sudden to me, because I mean, if you are raised in Mpumalanga, Northwest Limpopo, when you meet somebody on a brown, it's not a big deal. It's just another person.
Yeah.
Right? Like the condition is called fluorosis. I'm sorry. So I never knew there was something wrong with me. Well, I've never felt that there was anything wrong with me to begin with. So I was that kid, growing up, and then I go to an entirely different space. They speak an entirely different language. Yeah. Once or even their games, we're violent. They're like, super violent. Damn, bro. They're you lie, bro. Because every time, you know why I say you lie? Because the narrative is that Zulu people are the violent ones. Next to Basutu, I feel like you're passive aggressive. Because but those people were go tabelo anyways, where I was raised. So it was a thing of, okay, sharp. So how do I now become myself? Is that I had to tame myself for the 6 years. You know what I mean? It was not for the rest of my life.
Which 6 years was this?
This was 1999 to 2004.
Grade grade
3 now. Grade 3 until grade 8. Yeah. But now there are other avenues where I can still be me. So I was busy doing drama. Yeah. At this other institution, maybe not Bugamos. Bugamos was later on in life. Gaugelo youth group. I was consumed in that thing, like playing soccer, playing basketball, primarily actually, and doing acting. And cause Gela, I was choiring. I was like always in the choir. My intermediate school. So to avoid being bullied, I kept myself busy with
kept yourself away
from those spaces. Although when I get into like the playground, you'd get bullied a little bit and then go hang out with like some people outside there.
That's so Shapo. Then you come back this side where it's, we'll say, bully free.
Yes, as far as my personality is concerned, because I'm a legend as a kid, I'm the kid that went to the Free States alone.
Like the cool
I grew up with these people. I went to primary school because when I came back to Winterfeld, what happened was the girl at Zampati. Like I went to Sosha, I went to Mabopani. The only school that wanted to admit me was Letoto. And Letoto, they were like, okay, we see his report. Can you repeat? I'm like, psh. And that's where I started talking to teachers. Like 2006, when I was in grade 10, my first years, I was speaking to teachers. And if it lets me in there, and your age, the aptitude test, the admission test, like even in public schools, because of like that being lost in translation thing. That age, I was one of the best students in my previous school, and you want me to repeat the same grade?
And what were their reasons?
Bruh, they don't understand nothing. Bruh, that was the weirdest thing. But now, because of Banghana, I go back to my dad's homestead. Go Lebotwan. And that's where I did my grade 1 and 2. So it's a homecoming type vibe. So immediately, like 2005, I didn't have to blend in.
Like you were the kid who's nice.
Everybody remembers me. Everybody misses me. My previous friends miss me. So it was that whole thing. Oh my gosh! Until I end.
Are you like, proud at this time?
No, not even. Nah, what was I? I was in Zaps. From Zapeza. I was using my mom's surname. It's like Zaps. Zaps. Like here.
It could have been another Zaps. Oh man. Chapo, you back. So now you're still trying to find your way in the art spaces because you were doing drama that side, you were doing all those things, using them as an escape in a sense.
Not necessarily an escape. I've always felt like I was meant. It's one of those things people like saying I don't like being famous, right?
Yeah.
Dog, like when I was looking at J.cole boom on that black and white screen, I'm like, dude, I want to be this woman.
I wanted,
as a kid, I wanted to be on the TV screen. So for me, it was not about like escaping. It was more about exploring the spaces. But okay, there's this thing called drama. There's this thing called news reading. There's this thing called MCing, hosting. There's this thing called dancing. There's this thing called singing. And rapping. So that's how I would view it. It was more about interacting with different forms of art and finding which one is gonna best suit me in the long term.
Clean. So Shapo, so now, because I don't think a lot of schools in Winterfeld, I know in Sosha, there aren't a lot of schools doing drama. It's only like arts and culture. It's because for marks and we just do our own shit.
That's true. That's true. Whenever the moderator turns to be there, like sometimes said you go district team, that's when
they come here like
hurry.
So now how are you maneuvering around that space? Because now I think you are used to like being in the drama space, now you come here, like drama is not taken as seriously as it was before.
Like that's actually a proper question because that's true, right? Like, because that's what I was asking myself coming in. It's like, holy shit, why do I play basketball? Like, if you know where Murula complex is from my house, bro, like if you're walking, it's like a 90-minute walk.
Yeah.
That's a long time to walk.
Yeah.
Especially if you has gela, kauma have 2 to 3, then walk at that. So if you have 4,
And
you have to go back home.
Active,
And you have to go home, bro. Like active. So, half 4, bruh. 4:30. Your parents are like gonna get back home. Kauma 6. You're not in the house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So the drama thing. What I did was I asked questions. Said Johira Halan. There was a group called Impala.
Yeah.
And for some reason they didn't want me. I don't know why. Like I asked the guy still at that time. And he was like, nah, reteti, which was weird for me. I guess it was because of I was not familiar with the dance side of like performing. Because they were more basic cultural dances.
Oh,
and then so I met the guy called Skosana, sitting in Mondli, whom I was actually like he stays in my hood, like we're still friends. And with his help and connection, we started a group, drama, called Twarahanang Cultural Group, where we had a choir, where we had like drama, where we had like cultural dance.
So basically, now we're starting this from the ground up.
Yes.
Now, because now you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, bro.
And the only groups that's there, it's rejecting you.
Yes. You know what I mean? Those that are there, they're not feeling you like that. It's like, because you're speaking this weird language as well.
Yeah.
You know?
You're still not in with the PTA tal.
Yes.
So, when do we start rapping?
Bro, rapping started from the jump, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in Labone, my cousins, shout out to them was Shishwana, because she's the one that's still alive and kicking and doing shit. But herself, her older brother Tepo, whom I'm named after, Francie. France comes after Tepo. There was a woman, Francie. The 3 of them, and their uncle Silo Lekaka, and their friend Sylvia Matu. Basically they want me to be a cool kid, you know, like growing up as a kid. I'm their uncle's kid. They teach me English. Tebo, I met porn because of Tebo. Porn magazines. Gee, like these niggas are crazy. FKL, they're like English. They wanted me to be basically when people are like, what's not pointing in multiracial. I'm like, bro, like, do you understand? I didn't want to be this. My cousins, as a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old, they were teaching me all these things, like Tupac songs. While Tupac was still alive, I could rap his songs at the age of 4, 5, 6, 7, you know? So that's how rap came in. And then I heard radio. This was by pure mistake. What's the outline, right? And then when you go down on the right, obviously our next door, the right neighbor corner. Then go class is another corner. Radio Setswana, and they were playing Bafihile. There's a song about Bafihile. Bafihile, they are considered to be like the pioneers. Chaya lengoma, pompa lena mabafihilo zolela, and then a little jive. And these guys that I'm around, Botabam, Bospoku, Moss was older than them. They know the lyrics to the song. Like, yo, which one is this one? They're like, I can rap this one. Like, Sawara, Rorepa, Rapa go hoko ngela di kolobe ko botabang ras fa the opposite ko Murudu. They were the Matsu family. Bo Matsu ba ne batletse go they still are in that vicinity. So nearly relative. So they're like, nah, Sawara rapper. What we now the babor. Basically, because the elders Takasi,
they would toss them away.
Yeah, bruh, that's when I started rapping, like freestyling. I did a song called Prop. I had forgotten it, I'll be honest. I'd forgotten it until 2005. From 1997 to 2005, when I was that side and we are reminiscing about the good old days, and they reminded me, hey Joe, when I can't read a rap. And when they talk about it, I remember how it came about. Or Negele was Ganda for Snamabone. Prima stuff I go high for some reason. The daring out to Allah, paraffin. For some reason, is the time I very easily proper shampoo. It was trippy, like it was so trippy, and I was like, oh, god damn it, okay. And even when I was that side, because if I grew up KTDP, like RK, wherever, like the girl used to teach me, Tamia, basically American like black music, hip hop and R&B. That's what my cousins instilled in my head. So when I leave to Botshabelo, to the Free States, I listen to radio every day. Like that's my thing. I don't do anything else except for listen to radio. Why? Because of what I told you about the bullying. If I'm not at the center, I'm at home. If I'm not at home, I'm like in the singing class. So on radio, that's when you find out about hip hop shows like Musupatila FM.
Hardy.
No.
Flight mode.
There it is. Musupatila FM. Musupatila FM was a local radio station in Botshabelo, and that's where, like, okay, I understood that I can actually do this for real, because of that these cats that are coming in on a random like Saturday. That show was so uncensored. They were like, it was comedy, it was raps. I was like, I like this thing. But I never took it seriously until recently. And funny enough, around the time that we met, that's when I started taking rap seriously. Because of at that time, it was 2011. I had done my sound engineering diploma, and I couldn't finish it because of money problems. And 2012, I remember going to, because I'd always been rapping, always been writing scripts, drama, always been singing. I've always been doing everything. But that particular time, 2012, going to the complex. I'm not gonna say the name of the store, but like it's the like there's every hood has a complex with that one store. The grocery store. That's the most popular one. I got the Dobsonville, got there, bought 2 exercise books, 3 choir, 2 choir. I had 17 a beat tape from my friend Pitori Genesis, and literally it was 17 beats. I just wrote over those beats over and over again, and that's when I took the decision on, okay, sharp, I'm gonna be a rapper because of this drama thing. I need other people. This singing thing, I need to take care of my voice. More better than normal. Whereas rap, as long as I can speak, I can rap. That's when I decided, okay, I can rap, and let's go.
And then would you say being around those spaces where listening to that radio station where now they're introducing the comic side to your raps, would you say like that's what inspired your comic side?
No, not really, because I'm a very serious guy, right?
That's what I'm saying. When you come and then put your mic,
but recognizing myself for Ejo, you are very serious. Because of even earlier on my raps, I never used to rap in vernacular, which is like the funniest thing. I used to rap in English, and it's like, Ejo, it's too poetic, it's too serious. You're using bombastic words. It's like
paternal, maternal.
Even you don't relate to it on right now we chilling here, music is playing. A lot of us don't even hear the words, but it's like you're moving.
It's the vibe thing.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was learning. It was like learning and relearning writing or ejo. If you approach, because I realized stuff that I want to approach, the topics, they are very serious. It's like I'm talking about Banyana Badi Febe, I'm talking about Pitori, Manyalo. That's serious. You know what I mean? Like, people don't want to be in marriages anymore. So how do I convince everybody that we can do this marriage thing, but and being cool at the same time. Then that's when something like Nyala Onyele comes to in that case.
When I first heard it, fuck, this is dope, but then what the fuck?
That's so. For another comic side came in, and I could say Pure Monate show, as far as comedy is concerned, like Pure Monate show, in touch it more than everybody else. And then when I started writing, it was a thing of, okay, I'm learning about hip hop. We are going on the YouTubes at that time. You know, like when my 2008 and the YouTube about internet cafe. Seeing the talks about okay, but KRS-One, you know, describing what hip hop is, and
that was when hip hop was like tough.
And like, hey, Joe, but like he said something that transitioned me from being a rapper English to rapping in Pitori, and instead of rapping about their personal feelings and rapping about life around them. Hanabulela, I describe my hip hop as it being about like being aware of our collective consciousness, you know, like being hip to your heart, being hip to your movement, you know what I mean, like understanding the movements around you, you know what I mean. I was like, oh, okay, so this is what it's about. My people are not good with like heavy text. It doesn't matter. That's why Mondli is not one of the biggest Mutako cats. Because he was heavy with the subject matter. So that's how I discovered the comic side of Ejo. Keep them laughing, but when they listen, like, wait.
Actually,
these are real topics. Like these are real conversations. I'm sorry.
So I said this was a trick. Like,
not a trick.
While you're still looking at this, here's this.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, for now, like you have to, man. I feel like as a writer, that's your job. If you call yourself a writer, you can't be. No knock to that American rapper called J.cole. Everybody likes J.cole, but bro, J.cole is trash. Cause he's like, I'm like, bro, shut up. Shut the hell up.
What you mean?
Then, let me. I'm gonna say 3 names. Then Lupe Fiasco. Listen to Lupe. Like, I was like, yo, you're too heavy, my nigga.
Yeah.
Then you get Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you look at those 3 rappers. They are similar in people's like perspectives. When they look at them, a lot of people that like J.cole, they're gonna like Lupe, they're gonna like Kendrick, vice versa. Like, doesn't matter who's. For instance, I'm a K.Dot stan. That's how I know these guys' music. You know, I know their music and I've listened to them. But you realize why the other is gonna be a superstar and the other one is gonna be a mega star and the other one is gonna be a superstar. It's because of that whole thing of focusing on the poetry. It's like getting the content. The content is the same. Getting the content, getting the feeling, and then getting the poetry in. Getting the poetry in is not just the poetry in the book, the poetry of your streets, the poetry of what's going on. Because of now we have parallel streets, we have streets in the internet, we have streets on the ground. There are certain lines that make sense to people. When people stream me, they're gonna quote something different to when somebody sees me perform. You know what I mean?
Quotables. Like
exactly, because of life. Life is holistic. It's not just like I'm sorry, it's not just in your and the funniest thing about J.cole, I just said he's trash, whatnot. He's the one rapper whose lyrics I know more than every other rapper in the world. He's not my favorite, he's not my top 5. He's easy,
he's consumable.
Exactly.
And that's my favorite kind of rap. And that's why when you say like he's trash, like, and I can understand from your perspective, because Kendrick is like a very exaggerating, and he's very
but he's dynamic. I feel like he's dynamic
in one sense.
So like Kendrick you'll vibe up to his joints. Like,
not recently though.
Even recently, I mean, Joe, like songs like Swimming Pools.
No, that's not
like
recent.
Die Hard, even Die Hard now. Die Hard, and it's one of my favorite. Even Mirror on that new album, Die Hard, Mirror. Joe, like Kendrick has a way. Even I Love Myself. The way you look at me, tell me how do you feel?
That's why you're one of that movement you're making. That's the exaggerating. That's pop. Like that's your vibe, and I can get it. That's why I'm like, I get why you are into like Kendrick more
I feel
than
you.
because J.Cole is more, and I think that's more my vibe. Like
I think he's a liar as well. That's why I don't like him.
light about what? Nah.
Like that's a conversation on a separate podcast about rappers. On a separate podcast about our favorite rappers.
That's why I'm like.
But like to go back to like the actual question you asked. Now when I looked at myself and looked at rappers from different times, like different generations, different people that influence culture, I found myself gravitating towards people that my mom could listen to without listening to. Somebody like if you're a Tupac, nobody hears what Tupac says. Like as far as like people that walk out in school, but Tupac is the most famous rapper. Like it's really,
and
I don't care. And everywhere in the world, it doesn't matter who makes what numbers. Tupac is the most famous rapper of all time, and he will never change because of he's relatable on that level. Or there's this exaggeration about him, like this seriousness about him. There's this loving thing, sweet thing about him, right? And you go to HP as well, it's similar, right? Like that's one of the most relatable rappers as far as like different generation, different types of people, right? Like it's like, oh, okay, that's something. You look at Kanye West, right? It's like, oh, okay. You look at Tear Gas, right? You look at Kendrick, right? It's like, okay, sharp. Questa could have Questa. Both Questa and Casper actually could have been that, but I feel like they just got drawn too much into whatever. But like that's the
money side of things.
Not even, I wouldn't say. Whatever their creativity led them towards, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the curse of the genius. Because some people will say Casper's not a musical genius. I'm like, what? Bro, you dance to his shit. Like, are you dancing to his money moves? No. Because I'm not even a fan.
True, yeah. Like, I'm not a fan, but I find myself bobbing to his music.
Because, bro, he is...
Like, I think...
He is inclined. He's musically inclined. He's musically gifted. Just like Quest is musically gifted. Just the one felt that, from Bo 1 2 3 stomp to Bo boom shakalaka to Bo Ngudu, you know, he was refining his style more and more. Casper as well, trying to be on like Casper's like a Drake that's missing a few points, like in terms of South Africa.
Lot, but but
so for me, I wanted to be a little bit more complete than just something that you can play and then go on to the next one and forget about it.
So when do we get into studio? Like
studio?
Yeah, like putting down like the first track.
That was 2007.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was a humbling experience because I was part of a choir. Yapo Classy, we put the choir together. I was in grade 11.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. I can't shout them out, but but we got there. We did our songs, and then I mean, we were always rapping. You know, I was rapping in the side. Hanser Sarakodi and Daibra Amos. He's a singer actually. He was like, Joe, record a little bit, and then I recorded a song, but he was not a hip hop producer, so the song was kind of whack. Although the bars, now the bars are still fire. Like, I mean, I can't do it because now the bars are scattered around songs that everybody else knows. You know that? Like, I still used those bars because they were fire. I'm sorry. But like the song.
Okay, which ones?
Oh man. Coach Awena. Like, let me just mention some. You know, Chewen. My fella, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Top 10 Pitori. Top 10 Pitori. Kina. Rapper wa Afro, no kilo, no murder case. Rapping the capital city, no.
For your first track, you were rapping like that, dog.
Yeah, bro. The thing is, like me, when it comes to product, my nigga, let me tell you something. And that's why niggas like be mad at me. Cause, bro, I will never make you hear something that's not good by me.
Yeah.
From day one, I will have like, and I'll tell you, you're not even my 300 songs. Yeah. But I'll always be rapping 5-6 songs.
Yeah.
Why? Because the practice gets a little 250 something, whatever.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what it's been about. And I mean, for instance, Bulakale Face.
Yeah.
What Robong Ava Yiti died then, Joe?
For real.
Next, Joe, what? They don't know it at all. Not even they've heard this, that. They don't know one bar from that thing. Not one bar from that thing, my nigga.
Fuck, I feel special right now.
Yeah. Nah, because the funny thing, Kenny, yesterday he called me, like, hey, Joe, prize al face. I'm like, what? Bro, I don't have that thing. And so I guess that's how it's always been for me, like trying to be the best writer possible and trying to be the best entertainer possible, because of I feel like rappers, Babang, we neglect the entertainment side of things.
True.
Some of us, we neglect the information side of things. And so you have to understand that you have to walk that road. It's like you can't try to be special and like Remo R8 yellow line.
So when do you say now, I think I'm nice enough to create a project? Like, now I'm nice, now I'm proud, I'm cool.
I think every rapper is full of themselves. I was full of myself enough to think I was ready. I've always been ready, you know? So like, and of course, of which I was not. You know what I mean? I was not. But the ego of the rapper is the one that propels you to say, I'm the shit. So 2012, when I'm in Josie, those songs I'm talking about writing, I decided, okay, I'm gonna go back home. Easter holidays, come back home. I asked for different people to help me record, and I record a tape called the Sgandi Reject. Right? Like I actually, if you check on my Facebook, I kala the graphic. It's a Dibrana so kono si happy like wabona.
Oh, I think it was like black and white nyana vibes. Like it was like brownish, so it was your profile pic at some point.
At some point it was. Yeah. So we do that, and I record 6 music videos. So I don't release it online. I release the DVD. I sell them door to door, knocking on like my neighbors' doors. I sold like over 300 of those things. Yeah, and it's so funny. Today we're talking about it, Kokasi. I guess that's what makes me big, Kokasiaga specifically, because they've seen the entire journey, like the journey that people haven't seen. And then after that, I become a legend to like some creators, some music who are a younger generation. They come to me, hey Joe, I got beats, we can do this, we can do that. So like the whole recording thing started 2012. We did Sgandi Reject, and then 2013 I was working with Touch, and then we formed the Genius Touch, and then we did 2 projects, of which that's where the first is. Before it was Chewena. The previous version was Payday Anthem. Those are the ones I know. And so like those songs. Now like I'm recording full bodies of work, but I don't have the money to put them out at this time. And I don't have the access to the internet. Because when you tell somebody, hey, you're not find out what's Ganda, but when I'm not maybe we chase what's Ganda. But she's like Sgandi, which is like, nah, bro. Like,
not even like that.
I'm a Sgandi kid for real. Not that my cousins want condemn me like to think a certain way.
But then they help in a sense.
Definitely to know that the world is bigger than what you see around you. You know, if you check out the books, if you travel a little bit, you'll see your outward. But like that's when it started. And ever since I've been trying to improve the scale.
So how do you meet the gents? Like cool, you're doing this project, and then how do you meet Butabi? So I think lyrical art. Like how do you meet that clip? Because I think it was an army at that point.
Oh, how you guys met us?
But I'm thinking, how did you guys meet?
All of us met like different times. I think out of everybody else, you can say Tabi was like the highlight as far as like he's still creating, and he's known in bigger spaces outside our small hip hop situation. Tabi, so how I met him, I was drunk 2009 25 December, right, and we started a cypher with some of my chants, and he came through, you know, confident brother, like he's always been confident, he's always been talented, and comes through raps.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay.
And that's how
and then we battle. And then we battle. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Tabiso one was rap.
Yeah, Tabiso was a rap.
Like
rap. People look at him like right now.
Like rap.
But
the first time I saw him sing, I was like, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes, you are Zansana.
Like he was rap.
Joe. Exactly, but I'm glad that at least when I content people will understand that it's not always like you see this, but
yeah, but then
that's not how it started. That's not how it started. We were here. Yeah, I met him that way.
Whole evolution, like I was like,
yeah, and because of they had equipment. Yeah. I don't think they had equipment at that time, but like T-Bone, who was another guy who was lyrical art. So lyrical art was Tabiso, T-Bone. Yeah. Some of them changed their names. Yeah. It was, let me call them with their names. It was DC. That's the. It was Gio. It was T-Bone. Right? Yeah. Gio was my boy. Like high school together. He was friends with another mutual friend, Justice, who's not a musician, and that's how I met him. And we started a movement called Sgandi Patriots. Patriots, but really Sgandi Patriots are talking equipment, arna sale, like arna computer, arna speaker, arna mic, arna nix. So Gio decided to join lyrical art. Even CJ, who was part of like my group, tried to join lyrical art, like Pitori Records. He couldn't. And then I knew existence yabo aesthetic existence got this other kid. So I told you I was recording like it was Sgandi Reject, right? Yeah. I recorded it at this other brother's place. His older brother was a classmate of mine in high school. Yeah. He didn't he's zero code visa man, no, like yo yeah. I meet him, he knows Static. Yeah. They come way back, and one of Static's little soldiers is like, "What, a Prodi genius? Bro, you ain't no Prodi genius."
And also that speaks to the evolution of your name.
Yeah,
because now you went from Zabzi. Yeah,
to the Fresh Prince. To Prodi Genius. Yeah, the Fresh Prince lasted for like 3 months. To Prodigy a month, and then Prodi Genius. Prodi Genius was like the longest one. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't no Prodi Genius, but I know Prodi Genius. Now I think we can repeat.
And then now you're like Prodi.
Yeah, Prodi
with the 7 eyes.
On top. So
heavy mind fucks.
So that's the Static thing. Static and Medium, I think it's 2013. Yeah. But like, we all have similar energies, man. Like, at this time, there's no Sgandi hip hop. Yeah. Literally, we have a virtual beef, or like a beef that's in our heads with lyrical art, me and lyrical art or whatever. Yeah. So we are not interacting as much, but I know them. So now I meet these other cats, and then I meet both his Taco Phase 4. Then like my quest is to meet as many MCs in Winterfeld as possible. And thank goodness we grow up like in our heads. That okay, hey Joe, we can do this Sgandi hip hop thing. That's how you met us. Because I was telling them, hey Joe, because at that time I was the cat Kokas. Or Joe. Kistela dropped February. When I came back from the States, February 2014, dropped Kistela. I dropped that thing. Joe,
yeah, it was huge.
But it pissed me off. I didn't make a cent from that thing. If it was Stasi, probably breaching I'm like, fuck it. But I guess that, like, Kistel, I think it helped us in that, like, okay, us growing up, realizing we need each other more than we need our egos. Yeah. That's how we met with the gens. 2014, that's when, okay, we decided on Sgandi hip hop. But okay, we are Sgandi hip hop. Yeah. And I had the vision, because I'm the guy with the vision, like, you know.
Yeah, that I.
Yeah, you know, like I'm not smart people. Like I do have skills, but I don't like doing things, you know.
Yeah.
I like doing things as in like like giving directives and whatnot. Yeah, and then we did the whole Sgandi hip hop thing, but unfortunately when we were doing that, Tabiso and the other gents by lyrical art, they were going through their own things internally, Tabiso, because they had a thing that I cannot talk about, which was personal for them, I guess. That's why I can just play like I on. But it was not really personal. But
it's for them to
But then now, that thing, what it meant was they separate from the label. When they separate from the label, Tabiso was like, hey, Joe, this thing is a minute thing. We don't have the resources. We don't have. I'm gonna go back to the label. The label being T-Bone's uncle, which is still in the hood. So Tabiso goes back there. So they have their little rifts, whatever. And Tabiso wants to go solo at the same time. And that was around the time mine and Tabiso's relationship starts to become like close and like becomes bigger and bigger. And
would it be safe to say this is when Toes was formed?
Yes, 2014.
This is when the singing comes in. I'm like,
yes, this is, and not necessarily the singing for him. I'd say like 2015. Yes, he had songs where he's singing, but at that time when you listen to Rehoboth, he's not really singing. Mrs. Bird Eyes, he's singing on the chorus, but the verses is rapping. You know, I mean, I think there's like one singing song, but you are still rapping. 2015, that's when he started singing. But like with Toes, the idea with Toes was we are putting together interesting bits of our songs together, different songs. And then we go into the trains and then we play.
Yeah, because those were like your busking days.
Yes, those were
like heavy busking. I knew like these niggas are heavy buskers. Like
we used to be.
Metro Rail,
they did. Shout out 9620. Arisa Letendi number 9512.
Again, there was a time now came the scam, little scammy about the walk.
That was not a scam. Man.
To the R.
Oh, now we're discussing. Okay, let's do it. Now,
what happened?
We were ready, and our sponsor was nowhere to be found.
And who was the sponsor at that time?
I'm not gonna like put them out there because like, they're married, they have their own lives, but they promised us certain things which were key to the walk. You know what I mean? Like sleeping bags, tents, power banks, food, and
which were very essential.
Yes, for the walk, and that's the main reason it didn't happen, because of it. I was like, Joe, what? And it didn't matter because we could have started it the week later, but it was a thing of because we got a tent from somebody. That's literally the only thing we got, and then it was like, Joe, we can't do this. We were trust me, we were disappointed ourselves, and it didn't happen. I mean, for me, it's still gonna happen. I'm still gonna do
my next question. Like, would you still do it? Like,
I'm definitely gonna do like 1,000-kilometer walk at some point in my career. Like, if I'm still alive in the next 5-6 years.
Yeah, because then a nigga who wakes up with oats and macadamia nuts. So, but then you've been like somebody who sounds like very conscious of what you put in your body, because now you were talking about, now you understood the fact that singing requires now you have to nurture your voice in a certain way. What brought about that thing of you being conscious about what you put in, what you ingest, and everything?
I think wanting to be the best at what I do. You know, I knew that if I'm gonna be the best singer, male singer. I mean, I was a singer for the longest time. You know, some people from my childhood, they think I sing. You know, but I realized the amount of work that it's gonna take, and then I had to make a decision. In my around between 2004, 5, 6. That's when I had to make that decision. Or Ejo, are you gonna be a theater practitioner? Are you gonna be a musician? And if you're gonna be a musician, what are you gonna be? Are you gonna sing or are you gonna rap? Or are you gonna be an actor? Or a presenter somewhere? And the reason I landed on the rap part of the thing was because of how the amount of room you have within rapping. You know, you can rap about anything. You can use any word. You know what I mean? Different topics. And if you wanna sing, you can still sing. You know. So for me, I felt like rap is the most democratic form of art that anybody can be a part of, and I was like, okay, I think I can fit into this mode, right? And that's when I was doing the other things, I was a rapper doing other things until I got to a point where it was like, I'm a rapper. I'm a rap. Like, to this day, I mean, some people ask me to help them engineer their shows, and I'm just like, nah, bro. Not because of I don't want to or I don't want to help other people. It's because of I recognize myself as a writer, as a storyteller. Right? Like, I'm a rapper. That means I have to be good at telling stories. You know, so that's how now I focus on this thing. I'm gonna be a rapper because I realized I have the ability to bend simple words better than like people around me. You know what I mean? You can literally have a board of words. They can say 100 words. You don't use anything outside there. And I come up with more creative things in that room. Then I was like, Joe, I'm good with words, and I love reading. I love listening to people's stories. You know, so I was like, this is more me than the other stuff.
So I want to know, when does the events side of things come in? When do you start saying, we need to do our own events now?
But the events thing, ever since 2006, when we started the youth group, it was a thing of, hey Joe, there's no room for culture, like no way, you know. And other things people don't realize because of, or a lot of people don't know about them because they didn't blossom. But like, I did too many events, bro. Like, I did a lot of events in my hood, asking venues for this, for that.
I remember there was one that you did. I attended. We were playing Scrabble. I think it was at your house.
It was at my house. That was the 27th of December 2014. That's the date that we accredited, because that's Toast. That's what Toast was supposed to be. Talent over everything. Sessions. Sessions. That's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be sessions that are focused on talent, and because if you remember the poster, it was written "Conversations of the Industry."
I remember.
Because my thing was, Joe, you're approaching a year. I met all of these guys. JC, J.cole, whoever, all the guys. We are all having fun, but how are we gonna monetize this? So instead of me coming up with my own ideas, let's have a convention of sorts. And unfortunately, the band became more relevant in that space than the actual thing. Because I've always, even to this day, I still believe in events, and more than events, I believe in us having our own spaces, venues, procuring venues where culture can thrive. You know what I mean?
I think I'll speak for myself. By that time, Nama didn't understand the concept of it, and maybe that's where the messaging got lost.
That's true.
I thought it was like a tool session now, where Tool will be performing and be watching. So it was like, oh, okay. And then it was the first time, like, see, Mapara thala Scrabble, Lucas. Okay. Okay, here's another mindfuck, you know. Like, okay, we see Mapara, like Sgandi, like Boma Mazala, and then that was another mindfuck because Okazi, it's not usually parents who are supportive of the movement, especially of hip hop and everything else.
Alternative culture.
It's always like, hey, you're a rapper. That's always like the energy amongst everybody, like within.
In the hoods.
So like seeing that and seeing like Batswa, it was like, okay, clean. That means I can invite my parents to such and such. So even though like they're against it, that's when like gave me the confidence to say, or whatever. Like I was not even shy to say, hey, interview guy, you know. And I think maybe I'm like thankful for that.
Shout out.
Gave me like the confidence to say, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, like
doing this shit, and it's like
couch.
big. At that time, it's like big. Was, the movement. So now, cool. It's Prodi. Years go by, and then come to the CBD, busking every week, every other week, and then how does Black Labone come into play?
So at that time, every open mic we can hear of. If it's in Harankua, we're gonna go. If it's in Sosha, we're gonna go. If it's in Mabupan, we didn't care. Yeah. The city, we're gonna go. So in 2016, well, like 2015, this November late, I used to meet a guy by long and then the next year, the same guy, we meet him, go Cafe del Cuze. It used to be a Yep. It was Cafe del Cuze, it became something else, it became a Yep Sunnyside. Yeah. At this time, his name is Kujo Boateng. So we started working with him and we asked him to manage us a little bit. So he's literally just helping us with like our robala and like the smaller things. Yeah. And then necessities, the needs. Yeah, Banisa Media. Banisa Media at that time, my girlfriend at that time. Kujo Ranamopati. How are we gonna sustain your child, this, that? Then I was like, alright, cool. Sound sound. Yeah. So that's around the time Black Labone happened. Black Labone started in July of 2017. Yeah. Right? And I couldn't go because when it started initially, I was on tour. Oh, yeah? I was on a coastal tour. Yeah. Like KZN, Eastern Cape, Western Cape. Yeah. We come back here. When we come back here, there's this Black Labone thing happening. I can't go because I'm doing sound on Thursdays, go Cotton Lounge in Bryanston. Yeah. Afri Drum, which is Kujo's company. Yeah. He used to bring artists that's there, like Botabi, so Mr. Brown. Yeah. And I was doing sound for the Gen. And I was like, yo, I have to go here. By some near coincidence, the contract that side stopped because of there was a murder that happened there. It was on the news. It was a weird thing. Stark. Yeah, like it was a stabbing. Yeah. That resulted into murder. That's stark. So now I'm like, this week there are these girls, Marlene and Priscilla. Yeah. They were gonna play. They were gonna headline Black Labone, and they're TUT students. Both of these ladies, they are our friends. We go to the Pitori social markets together. We get there, Joe, clean. Like, we go from House 33, which is the open mic. That happened Thursday, it's got TT at campus during the day. Yeah. We convince people from morning onwards, like, hey guys, we're gonna go to such and such a place. Then we go to Black Labone. And we got there, I liked it, I was on the open mic. I was on the open mic for some time. And I started probing questions, this, that. And then with my connection to Kujo, I realized Yiso Zebra has all the weight onto himself, although the team, but the other things that are not so important because of what's the use of a camera if like there aren't people on stage and there's no music. Yeah, sure. Right? Then I convinced Kujo to buy a sound system, which is like 2 15-inch speakers, 2 microphones, 2 mic stands, 2 speaker stands, so that like when you get there, whatever time you get there, the mics are there. It's a you are ready to perform type thing, although it's not what it is now. I'm sorry. So I told Aiza about the plan. He's like, if Kujo is on, convinced, you can tell him. I convinced Kujo, and Aiza told me, Joe, like, afford then I came up with a way, okay, how am I gonna do this? And I started doing the donations. Now there's a guy at the door of Black Labone, right? Like where you put in something. Yeah. Initially that was meant for the sound guy, me. I'm not even that anymore. And so it's like, it's literally two things that are now mutually exclusive. Like the sound guy is a different company.
Yeah.
And then like the gate is still the same company, another human being.
Yeah.
And so, but like that's how I found my footing within Black Labone, by just trying to, where there are no solutions, I help forge a solution.
Yeah.
Like as a springboard, it's Aiza, the guy that started Black Labone, and that's how our relationship like started growing. And then now, instead of just being that other guy that's helping us, I became part of the actual core Black Labone team, you know,
with Black Labone. And then I've seen like, who's this chick? Let's take it back to the beach. Shakina was there. I'm like, it's popping.
It's popping. They come hang out. They come hang out. Java, they come hang out. Kimangolo go scheme some, they come hang out. Questa, they come hang out.
I'm like, clean. You wanna seeing posters like, guys, if anybody tells you to host on it, I'm like, hey, these niggas are.
You're gonna drown because honestly, I think Black Labone Joe, it's the most authentic thing. What you guys were doing, got sessions in the kitchen, what the cats go mom say they were doing, got kappa dry, hood hop is still there, although like cats go pay you and they feel like you're a whole whatever. But like what all of us, Liko Ranku, Neshmek, all of the people, man, Mabupani, for me, they have the oldest sessions of hip hop. That's why they're so full of themselves. Right? Like what all of us, all of those guys, they were trying to do was create an environment, authentic expression, and not worrying hore mang wapere ing no, it's about the art, it's about the culture. And I think that's how Black Labone is translating to other people, because you get there, it's like, why is it so packed? You're thinking maybe you're gonna see somebody you know on stage, you don't. But for some reason, these people are watching that nobody, in inverted commas, on stage
and vibing out.
So I mean, Joe, I invite Agiri because something that people don't realize, a lot of like Pitori instrumentalists play for the famous guys.
True.
So like a drama while somebody could be like, hey Joe, Kupala when you get the chance. Sometimes the celebrity guest comes and the person that invited them is not there. And sometimes it's awkward because you find somebody invites their celebrity friend and then they come to you, hey bro, you come say hi request. I'm like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say, Joe? Promotion on a VIP, community.
But then it's the celebrity vibes again.
I feel
what you say? But then I'll be doing this interview and just this if I don't ask you about your project. Your latest project.
Sgandi vibing is.
How do we start saying now we're recording Sgandi vibing Kisi? And also because I think you're like alternative.
Shout out.
And I think it feels more jazzed out. Or maybe it's because of the sex, I don't know.
The musicality comes on.
Because then also that thing like caught me off guard, the sex. Okay, because like
most you hear it on one song. Oh, here's the sex again.
And it hits me because like I think with your previous projects there wasn't a lot of, I would say, live instruments. Like there wasn't a lot of live instruments, and with this one, like you were heavy on the live instruments. I was like, okay, what inspired that move?
I mean, honestly, man, for me, if I know the story that I want to tell, if I know the story I want to tell, I'm gonna give the producer the ropes. And if you check all of my projects, I don't have a single project. I'm gonna start from now onwards, but I don't have a single project where there's more than one producer. It's always one producer dictating what the sound is gonna be. And Tabiso, being the genius that he is, he thought, hey Joe, I think this project would like fuck people up if we put in Arabian sex
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, cool, boom. Because certain songs were already. The only song that was not written there, right, was Sgandi via Pinky's the actual song. Every other song had like different versions from different producers, and it was just a thing of him remaking some of those beats or him making a beat, and then I have one of those songs that I wanted to put in, and then it works out, and then he tweaks it so that it sounds authentically that song. It doesn't sound like you're just jumping on a beat, whatnot. So I think the musicality of the project can be credited to Taiso Tibet.
Yeah,
like
that's
clean.
Pitori. You're fucking me up.
Yeah, and it translates. Seeing audiences in Bulgaria, audiences in like the UK, fucking Germany, seeing them vibing to that shit. It's like, holy yo, Joe, this is a huge festival, and these people are dancing to my shit. And so
you've never been?
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't been to Europe, but
your music has.
My music has, so I have. My voice has. My name is out there.
Yeah, but then I think you should make plans to go.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I think you made, maybe I was misinterpreting this. In some interview you said your hand is that side.
Yeah, she is.
How do you meet a hand in the UK?
How do you get to hand? Black Labone, that only like 100% Black Labone, but like
Black Labone is giving us UK hand.
No, she's South African, but she's based in the UK. She works that side. She's doing her
fuck man, I need to come.
Like Black Labone. I mean, I greeted her. We didn't say a lot to each other because of most of the conversation. It was a thing of, I know the two of you, I don't know her.
Yeah.
So, and for me, I'm not that type of guy who pela fast or rato fast.
Yeah.
So I was not on some like, hey, go faster. I was just vibing, because I like checking up on people.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, and then fortunately she liked me, and she told the friend. The friend had the number to Aiza. She calls Aiza in the morning, and they say Aiza and the friend. No, not necessarily. Like we came together because of her, but I'm fast. Like, Joe, what the hell? It was a thing of, hey Joe, and it was not even hey Joe. I wanna be in a relationship with this guy. I was like, yo, I like this guy.
Yeah.
I'm moving back into the UK on Saturday. I'd like to hang out with this man. And so then we hung out.
You were a goodbye gift.
Yeah.
And then that stayed. You're like a goodbye gift that stayed.
We hang out, and hey Joe, as fate would have it, Joe, we were so fucking compatible. Like I didn't know who she was at all.
Yeah.
And we were compatible, and like that was.
It's dope.
Yeah, it's been a while now. It's been over a year, like a year and a couple of months.
But anyway, let's close it off. As Prodi, what are we doing? What are we pushing? What's coming? What's happening?
Hey man, right now, obviously there's Sgandi via Pinky. You see the album that's out there. People can check that out. Sgandi Joe. But right now I'm trying to travel a little bit more. Do a few Southern African shows.
Yeah.
Because people take us more seriously out there than not even people, I could say promoters.
Yeah.
I have a kid, bro. Like, do you know how heavy-hearted I feel every time I can't take out something for my daughter and then get busy.
Yeah.
Her mom sees her get busy.
Yeah.
But there's nothing I can put on the table, and that's why I don't do that many kids. I'm sorry, but like moving to Southern Africa, moving to Europe, check that out. Like suss that out, see what's going on, or can we make some money or not? Because if I don't want to move away from my passion. I'd rather go into different spaces and see how my passion fits into those spaces.
I get.
Yeah, that's just me.
Clean. I think you've said a lot.
Yeah.
But as Prody, from Vebs, Fresh Prince, to Prody with the seven eye.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys, should this be the last thing I say on earth? Let it be known, I'm this nigga. Whose nigga would you say, like? What would you say, like, to say, like, I'm this nigga?
Honestly, Joe, like, for me, I think you're legend. You'll be a legend if you're meant to be a legend, and I'm just playing my role, whether it's like MCing gigs, whether it's rapping, whether it's helping other people write these songs. Joe, like, if I haven't made an impact in your life yet, maybe I will later, maybe I won't. But that's who I am, and if I die today, for instance, I'm happy, but like, I'm happy that people who will speak the gospel of Prody. And so, like, just like other rappers, they never made it commercially. They've never, like, Onuka, somebody big dedicated now, like, who's this? I'm checker. Record tsa hae tse di bonang ke tsa botsotsi, not even tse tsa music tse ba botsang ka tsona. So for me, I want to be remembered for influencing others.
Clean, my guy. I think we're gonna close it off like that.
Spotlight,
Njama. It's Culture Spotlight, day in, day out. Like Labone all day.
100.
Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you for your time, man.
I know it was hectic.